right, guys. Seems like that's a wrap. As you guys can see, the suit is off, and I'm super tired, so I'm gonna get a slice of pizza and orange soda, and then open up my laptop and open up my favorite application, Adobe Premiere Pro. Love it. Nothing ever goes wrong with that great application. In fact, if you're watching this and you work for Adobe, shoot me your contact info. Would like to call you and tell you how much your software means to me. Just kidding. Oh God, is there some other shit happening up here? Fuck. All right, DNC, Democratic National Convention. Looks like there's a Planned Parenthood abortion bus up here at this rally. Which means I gotta go. Oh God, there's protesters outside of it. All right. Looks like here we are. Third installment, Democratic National Convention, pro-life, pro-choice face-off. Here we go.
Abortion is murder! Abortion is oppression! Abortion is murder! Abortion is oppression!
So I thought my day was over. We went to the Poor People's Army March at Humboldt Park.
My name is Jill Stein. I am the Green Party candidate for president.
You could be whatever you want. You could be gay. You could be anything.
Was about to drive home. Noticed a little scuffle happening right here, if you want to call it that. We have a Planned Parenthood RV type tour bus situation.
Today, Planned Parenthood offered some of its services in a mobile clinic near the United Center.
They're actually going to be offering free abortion medication, inflatable IUDs, and vasectomies.
This is ghoulish.
Never seen something like that. And then there was a sort of pro-life demonstration on the other side through the fence. As it turns out, one of the people in that demonstration is the leading presidential candidate for the third most popular independent party outside of the Democrats and Republicans.
Dude, you got that right. Constitution Party. You got Libertarian Party, Green Party, and us.
Okay.
And I'm the nominee for the Constitution Party. And we're going to be running TV ads this fall all over the country, busting Kamala's chops.
What do you guys think is the number one issue facing the country right now?
You're kidding, right? It's the shedding of innocent blood, the murder of babies, period. Nothing even comes close.
What about homelessness?
Homelessness is tragic. It can be solved. If you're alive, you're alive. If you have your head ripped off and you're thrown in a garbage dump, you're dead.
How about we stop slaughtering God's children?
I'm the last truly pro-life candidate in the race.
At what point do you think after conception, baby becomes a human being?
This was a joke question, right? Scientifically, the human life begins at one cell. So you had 46 chromosomes, you had 30,000 genes, and your gender, the color of your eyes, the color of your hair, all of it was right there in that one cell. All you needed was time, protection, and food. The Democrat Party stands for the shedding of innocent blood. I don't want to negotiate with them. I want that woman in prison for the rest of her life.
Which woman?
Colleen McNicholas, the murderer who is killing human beings in that van. I literally want her tried for murder and spend the rest of her life in prison or executed.
So could you kind of just tell us your name and why you're here?
Yeah, Dr. Colleen McNicholas. I am the Chief Medical Officer for Planned Parenthood Great Rivers, and I am here to bring free healthcare, vasectomies, and medication abortion to the area.
As far as the pro-choice movement right now and with women's rights, how would you describe the state of affairs?
Well, we currently have a public health crisis as a result of the Dobbs decision. Half the country has lost access to abortion care, which has had a significant ripple effect and, impacted pregnancy care more broadly. So we're currently in a state of crisis, but I think, we have only one path forward, and that's to fix it.
In the 2 weeks following the overturning of Roe v. Wade,
our wait time pre-decision was about 3 to 4 days, and now we are looking at a wait time of 2 to 3 weeks. Nothing could truly prepare us for what it was going to be like.
Pregnancy can be incredibly challenging to people's health. And women do die during pregnancy, right? Actually, this country has a very disappointing maternal mortality rate, and it's, the highest for Black and brown folks, right? And so in the context of having, dangerous pregnancy in this country, we certainly shouldn't be eliminating the opportunity for folks to maintain their health during pregnancy. I've been doing this work for almost 20 years, and I can tell you that I have seen folks access abortion from every range of the political spectrum, young folks and older folks, people who are poor and people who are rich. It is something that is just so common in our reproductive lives, but has been so stigmatized. And so folks don't talk a whole lot about it.
Right.
What we do know is that even since the Dobbs decision, the number of abortions in this country hasn't gone down.
Tonight, a new report shows abortions in the U.S. reached the highest level in over a decade, despite state bans.
So that means that people must be getting abortions somehow. Certainly some folks are traveling lots of miles, jumping through many, many hurdles and hoops to get that care. But also the availability of and knowledge around self-managed abortion has increased. And so folks are using things like mail services to access care. And that's okay. It's safe. It's safe to do that so long as you know how to use the medication and when you need to have follow-up.
The FDA says it will permanently allow patients to receive the so-called abortion pill by mail. Before the pandemic, patients were required to pick up the medication in person from their healthcare providers. The new rule, announced yesterday, could help some women circumvent restrictions on abortion in states such as Texas.
If you really, wanted to reduce the number of abortions, for example, you would fix the reasons why people need abortion, right? Food insecurity, housing insecurity, unequal pay. Those are all things that influence people's ability to expand their family, right? If we could help people, have secure income and secure housing, for example, right? If we can help them live their healthiest lives, then they might choose to expand their families.
How do you feel about late-term abortions?
I think that people need abortion for a variety of reasons throughout pregnancy, and it is impossible for us to think about what all of those potential options are. I have seen pregnancies go from, very joyful events to incredibly catastrophic in a matter of seconds or minutes. And so the reality is we really have to trust the healthcare system. We have to trust people who are pregnant and the people who are taking care of them to decide what is the best care that they need in that moment.
I got a 5-month prison sentence for showing Bill Clinton an aborted baby.
How'd you get the aborted baby?
It was taken out of a dumpster by some friends of mine. We named him Baby David.
Operation Rescue members have a radical technique for shocking people with the gruesome reality of abortion. They confront them with actual aborted fetuses. That's what Randall Terry and other Operation Rescue leaders said they planned to do to Bill Clinton sometime during the week of the Democratic Convention. And as the headline showed, on July 14th, that's just what one of their members did. The problem was, hearing of their plan, the New York District Attorney General got a judge to put out an injunction forbidding them from confronting Clinton with a fetus. So arrest warrants went out for 7 Operation Rescue leaders, and they surrendered themselves at the federal courthouse in New York City, July 16th.
It was quite amazing to get there in front of the Secret Service and still get a baby to Clinton. Harley did the crime and I did the time, baby.
Did you have to join a prison gang?
Yeah, I was on 2 chain gangs. Well, actually, I was on 1 chain gang in Georgia and 1 prison work camp in Pennsylvania.
No, I mean like the Aryan Brotherhood or the Peckerwoods.
Oh my God.
What the hell's wrong with you? Defend children, defeat Kamala, destroy the Democrat Party.
Abortion is passion! Abortion is oppression!
What's up, guys? This video is sponsored by Incogni. What if I told you that thousands of companies and pesky data brokers are collecting, aggregating, and selling your personal data? Would you believe that? Guess what? It's true.
And that's probably why you get so many annoying phone calls and emails selling you products and trying to solicit shit you don't even need, homie.
But also, guess what? You have the right to request that data brokers stop doing that shit. Problem is, because these pesky companies have such a weird structure, that would take you years to do. But with Incogni, it can become super simple. Incogni does the messy work for you automatically. Figuring out who's got your data, who's spying on your shopping habits, and making big bucks off the way you like to spend and browse. Incogni helps you protect your data by figuring out who's selling it and reaching out to every single one of them on your behalf and saying, hey, stop doing that. Incogni. I can give you, that's right, you, 60% off the annual Incogni plan with my link and my code. Just go to www.incogni.com/channel5. That's www.incogni.com/channel5 and enter code channel5 for a free 60% off. That's a deal. Time to get those pesky, annoying data brokers off your ass. Okay, back to the streets. You know, one thing that I was thinking about, though, and one of my big criticisms in general of the pro-life lobby, right, is that they seem to care so much about the unborn. A lot of the same people criminalize youth delinquency and stuff like that, and they don't want to do the same amount of funding for the education system and for the child care services. These are the same people that seem to encourage locking kids up when they're 15 years old.
Yeah, I want to speak to this. I know what you're going to say, but I just want to say that long ago in this country, when there was segregation or slavery even, there has been a tremendous fallout from the abolition of slavery. Like you mentioned, the prison industrial complex being one of them. ongoing police brutality and injustice is another one. And those are issues that we really do need to mitigate and address. And I'm fully like, Black lives do matter, and I align with leftists on all of their economic policies. But I think that, like I said, this is an ongoing genocide. Like, are we really going to say that we have to get all of our ducks in a row before we stop murdering children? Like, I operated in California for years. California is one of the safest places to have a baby anywhere. Like, amazing. Well, they could be better, but better than most places. Funding for poor families, and yet they have one of the highest abortion rates in the country. So we know that there is an industry that's working against people, that's working in favor of exploiting people. And, as a leftist, that is capitalism working. It's a trickle-down effect.
Yeah, I just think the most effective middle ground to find between pro-life and pro-choice is investing more in child care services.
Yeah.
3 things. Number 1, I have been in prison more than most people. Not as much as a lot of people. And I can tell you that America's prison system is atrocious. Number 2, I adopted 2 African-American children, the so-called hard-to-place children, and the foster care system is a wreck in a lot of areas. Money doesn't always fix things. It just doesn't. And you said a place to meet in the middle. I cannot meet with somebody who wants to rip a child's head off. If you're a Nazi and you want to kill Jews, and you're over here and you're saying, no, we're Christians and we don't want to kill Jews, there's no middle ground. You don't say, well, want to cast lots for who dies today? No.
I knew that's what he was going to say.
Was it going to be the Jews or black people or what?
Both. You were going to bring up both.
All right.
What do you guys think about birth control?
We're very, very pro. I'm the founder of Progressive Anti-Abortion Uprising, and I have a whole bunch of activists here if you wanted to meet more leftists, secular pro-lifers.
Message to the kids.
Keep your weenie in your pocket. In your pants. Sorry. Save procreation for marriage. That's all. It's a gift. Human sexuality is a wonderful gift from our maker. If you do get pregnant, don't kill your baby.
While I found myself filming the Planned Parenthood bus, word about the travesties of free vasectomies and abortion pills was traveling across the country, ultimately landing in the humble Sonoran abode of Glendale, Arizona, where my cameraman Larry Susan waited patiently at a Trump rally.
They want to kill and murder babies because they are an inconvenience, but they want to couch it in the word choice. What choice does the baby have? 60 million aborted, murdered babies in this country since Roe v. Wade.
The overturn of Roe v. Wade was actually for the best of this country. It's going to make things a lot better in this country, as opposed to giving out abortions for free, just like they did by the DNC.
I don't know if you've seen right now, like the DNC, but they're celebrating abortion. They're having parties with abortion pills and they're dancing around. It's horrifying. I don't understand that.
This is the time. August 23rd, 2024. There's been a change in America. It's all about President Donald J. Trump, J.D. Vance, and Robert Kennedy Jr. Let's go, America! Baby Jesus could have been murdered.
Shout out, baby Jesus!
To watch our full episode, Arizona Trump Rally, go to our Patreon, www.patreon.com/channel5. As many of you know, we are completely independent and 95% supported by your crowd-funded contributions, which total about $5 a month. If you want to check it out, please consider supporting us. Thank you very much.
Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News.
Channel 55. We don't fuck with custers. And 5 is the best number.